Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us. You guys are the real MVP. I came across this video right for you, and I thought to share with you guys where a lot is actually reacting to the fact that Elon Musk's son actually said the quiet part out loud on a live TV. This got people reacting, and I was able to put up some of those stitches. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as the stitches that I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. Alright lovelies, let's dive into it.
You know, I wasn't even going to post on this, and then I saw some clips that changed my mind, and I'll show you those in a moment. But first, Elon Musk yesterday, along with his son, Little X, held a press conference in the Oval Office to discuss what Doge is doing, all while Donald Trump watched on silently from his cuck chair. And in the aftermath, one of Elon's fanboys shared this tweet that Elon reposted. It says, "History repeats itself," and it shows two images. The first image is a pretty iconic image of JFK Jr. playing underneath his dad's desk while he worked in the Oval Office. And the second is Little X seemingly bored out of his mind, crawling around on the floor while Donald Trump pontificates about what he liked watching from said cuck chair. But I can point out at least one glaring difference between these two situations. JFK Jr., as I recall, never had criticisms of his father while the press was there. Little X, on the other hand, has a lot to say, and there was a hot mic that caught some of it. So first is this little gem.
To restore democracy. This may seem like, well...
You heard that too, right? You're not the president, you need to go away. I'll play the clip a second time. Just, you watch and tell me if that's what he said.
To restore democracy. This may seem like...
That's what he said, but I'll go one better. Because he also said this.
The prices from one year to the next are the same, and they're mortgaged.
That one's clear as day. He says, "I want you to shut your fucking mouth up." And there's already people who are like, out of the mouth of babes. But let me just put this out there for your consideration. A child this young doesn't have this profound moment where he like tells off Trump. He just repeats things he's heard. So if he says you're not really the president, chances are someone has said that around him and he's repeating it. When he says, "I want you to shut your fucking mouth up," he's either heard someone say that to someone else, or someone has said that to him, and he's repeating it. Either scenario is pretty disturbing. But perhaps the question we should be asking is the same one that Shay Jordan Smith asked on Twitter, which is, why the fuck is Elon Musk doing press briefings in the White House from the Oval Office? He is not an elected official. Why is he holding court in the Oval Office? Nothing about this is normal or good.
Iconic behavior, truly A+ instincts by that kid. But can we take a second and imagine if these were two women in the Oval Office with a child, Madam President and a female tech mogul? Oh my God, the outrage. I can already hear Fox News going on 24/7 about how unprofessional this is, about how this is why women can't hold positions of power because they're too distracted, because Lord forbid they would have to mom in the middle of making an important decision in the Oval Office. Oh my God. And meanwhile, Trump is just sitting there like a deflated parade float or something, getting schooled by a freaking billionaire toddler. And everyone's cool with it. Totally fine. The double standard is insane. And I dare anybody to tell me I'm freaking wrong.
Y'all heard that shit, right? You're not the president, you need to go. And then he shushed them. Y'all leader looking real fearless right now. Wait a minute. Go back. See, I only clipped 3 seconds. Usually it's 5. I shortened it because I want you to see how Donald Trump looked away when he told him, "You're not the president." He looked away like, yes, I am. What the fuck? That's your leader. That y'all got an unelected official in there having a fucking press conference while he sits there and shuts the fuck up. When has Donald Trump ever sat still and shut the fuck up? Because he don't know what he's talking about. Even though everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, many people know he's not that intelligent. It's coming out right now. That's your leader. Musk bought the presidency, and it's unfolding right in front of us. And on top of that, the world is watching and reacting accordingly. They're going to realign a whole lot of trade shit with different countries because Musk and Trump are unpredictable in what they choose to do. So they're going to realign. It's just intelligent. They're going to collapse the American dollar. It's coming. Sad to say. I keep telling y'all we needed Trump. The revolution wasn't coming through black folks. It's not enough. They've been waiting to just do us anyway. You understand? It wasn't coming through someone overseas because that's more of an invasion. The crumbling of America is happening by the hands of wealthy white men in greed. It's coming, y'all. Y'all can see it. I mean, this is a clown show. It's not good. It's not good. It's funny as a motherfucker, though. Fuck the bullshit. He got horsed by a 3-year-old. Sit your ass right there. Get out my daddy's seat. That's what he wanted to say. Get out my daddy's seat, motherfucker. Stand up when he in the room, bitch.
He was rude. I'm going to tag Tizzy below so you can watch the whole video. Once again, I don't blame the child. I blame the parenting.
So to answer your question of why is Elon Musk even having a press conference inside of the Oval Office, I think honestly it's to set a precedent. It's to set a precedent that he can have these press conferences within the Oval Office. Because gradually over time, Trump's going to become busier and busier with other things to the point where Elon is able to just normally have his press conferences inside the Oval Office. And gradually over time, Trump's not going to be there. It's setting a precedent so people will be able to stomach and accept the press releases coming from that location. He's slowly taking the seat of the presidency.
If Elon Musk's child's son, who's a literal toddler, feels comfortable telling Donald Trump to his face that he's not the president, he needs to go away, and that he needs to shut his mouth, this kid is a toddler, and he feels comfortable saying this to Donald Trump. What does that tell you about what Elon Musk is saying to Donald Trump behind closed doors? This kid didn't just come up with these things to say on his own. He heard that shit somewhere. Food for thought. That's it.
You heard that right. You're not the president. You need to go away, is what little X said. And we already knew that. And he goes on to say, you need to shut your fucking mouth. So go back and watch the real video that I just, stitched this from.
Behind closed doors.
Not only that, but the way Donald Trump looks away, like in shame, like he don't want to get hit like a beat dog. It's just like, ooh, ugh. Slavery's back and it's in the White House already.
Elon Musk's child saying Trump is not the president is not actually funny. One thing about kids don't lie to tell you the truth, especially when they're young. That means Hillary and his wife are home talking about Trump, saying they run the shit and Trump is just a figurehead. Our country, America, is in trouble for a toddler to say you're not the president. That's not a joke. We should take that seriously. That South African man has America under his thumb and is controlling everything. Y'all that voted for him, I hope this is what you thought you're getting, because I don't know what you thought you were gonna get. And you need to see his face when that kid said, "You're not the president." Oh, 2025.
I need y'all to never ask me ever again if I think the reason why little X Musk told the president to shut his fucking mouth and that he's not the president, if that has anything to do with Aspie supremacy. In fact, please never use that phrase again so I never have to repeat it again. No, he's not acting that way because he's autistic. And he's not acting that way because of any reason other than the reason that he's heard other people say it. And as I've already seen other creators point out on this app, kids that age only say stuff like that because they've heard other people say it. He's hearing the adults in the room talk about how he's not really the president. We need to sit with that instead of making excuses for why this child is doing that, or making excuses for why he's even in that room to begin with, or even why his father is in that room to begin with and acting the way he is. The way his father's acting is also not a result of him being on the spectrum. Please don't ever fucking ask me that again. That's how I feel about it. As an educator, especially, please leave me out of that conversation.
Honestly, what I automatically assumed was just that Elon Musk probably said that to his son, not to Donald Trump. Not the, well, maybe the "you're not president" thing. Actually, that's realistic too, but I mean, a kid can make that up even just playing play pretend. He probably thinks of this all as one big game of play pretend. You know, being in the Oval Office probably regularly, and he's like, what, 3? Also, does anyone else have any thoughts on this? He's not making any eye contact with anyone in the room at the moment, with the son. And so I don't know if he's just like mumbling to himself, or like, is it just me, or does it seem like he might have? I don't want to label a kid, but I mean, maybe does someone else think like maybe autism, maybe learning disorder? I don't know. I mean, no, not judging at all. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I just noticed that about the way he doesn't make eye contact, but he's also 3, and I'm also not a professional, so I don't know. Does anyone else have any thoughts on that? Does anyone else notice that? I mean, doesn't his dad have Asperger's? I could have sworn I remembered that being a publicly known fact, but I don't know.
You know, one of the hardest things I have a hard time balancing is happiness, seeing the whites who have done all of this to the world finally getting their comeuppance, America, and realizing that same comeuppance is going to affect me. Like, I'm having a hard time balancing America's getting fucked, yay, and damn, America's getting fucked, oh no. Who else got that same shit going on?
Seriously love this. Like, this particular clip actually got the whole of internet reacting. This particular statement by this kid got people like, oh my goodness, is he actually saying what has been said where he is? Like, there is something about kids. Kids has this kind of spirit in them. Like, they even refer to a small God. Like, a kid knows when someone is good and when someone is bad. And people were like, okay, he's probably saying that, or he said that because he has been in the middle of where they actually call Orange Man, like say all sort of stuff about Orange Man by him not being the president, or by, actually referring to Elon Musk as the real president. So people actually have a lot of speculation, but my own take is that let's just assume that, okay, Kamala Harris actually became the president and this kid was all there and all of these things were all said. What do you think might actually be the talk of town? It will be like, oh, this is the reason why we don't want a woman to run the presidency. This is the reason why we have been telling you guys that a woman can never be a president, right? Or what is a kid doing there? Like, what is a kid actually doing in the present of, or in the middle of a very important discussion? Like, this is why we don't want a woman to be any sort of, or to hold an important position in an office. But right now, look at it. these guys are actually in the middle of a very, very important discussion. And the son is just there, and nobody is just, trying to call him out because, yeah, he's a man, and it's a man's word. A man can actually do whatever they want to do, but a woman can't even do that, even if this woman can still be a mother and still hold an important position. But when it's coming from, people like this, it's just so normal. But I keep on asking myself, why is he always actually parading his kid? Why is he always with him? Is he using the kid as a shield, or is he just trying to seek for sympathy using the kid? I have never seen something like this. Everywhere he is, everywhere he goes, he's always carrying that boy. Without even wearing, I don't know, but he actually knows the reason why he's always with that kid. He's always going everywhere. A lot of people have so many speculations, oh, he's probably using the kid as a form of human shield, which I don't know. He has his own reasons of doing that. But the issue on deck right now is the fact that this little boy have to, come and tell Orange Man, you are not the president. He even went as far as saying, shut the up. This is just so funny. But the thing is that it's making everyone to ask questions, what is happening, what is being said in the presence of this, kid. And I wouldn't even blame anyone for referring Elon Musk as the real president and the other one as a daddy or something. This whole thing is just something that actually got a lot of people reacting, and I was just able to put up those stitches. If you think that this is actually, something that is needs to be expected and it's alright. Anyway, that is just all good. But my own is that, let's just take for instance, this was coming from, Kamala Harris, and what would people say about it? Anyway, lovelies, wanna just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So if you've not subscribed, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button. I have actually been under the weather for some time right now. But right now, and then I'm getting myself. And I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.